What's up everybody, it's Chris here. I now make new content every single Monday and Wednesday over crypto and NFTs. If that's something that interests you, be sure to consider hitting the subscribe button and the like button down below for the YouTube algorithms. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the OMI token. The OMI token is the underlying token of the very insanely popular, matter of fact, the #1 grossing NFT app out there, Veve. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over exactly what's been happening with the token and where it's heading. If you've been keeping up and you've been watching charts or anything like that, you'll see that the token has really been dropping recently. And I want to talk over a little bit on why that is and what we can expect in the near future. So let's dig right into it. First and foremost, let me say that, of course, nothing in this video is financial advice. Also, there's a lot of reasons why the OMI token could possibly tank. One of those reasons, as I've mentioned in previous videos, is a large amount of supply is owned by whales. Hypothetically, if Wells wanted to lower the price by doing a certain amount of sell-offs and triggering sell orders, then they could do so, and then they can choose to rebuy back in at a lower price. This is going to be not as big of a problem as time progresses and as we're on more exchanges and there's more users able to buy more of the token, that way to be spread out amongst holders. This would also be good if people held instead of panic sold, or that their sell orders got triggered. That's one of the reasons. Another reason is the entire market had a flash crash this week. If you're involved with the crypto market at all, you'll know. I can't really give a great example in this video, but I mean, let's look at the 7 days. I mean, Bitcoin's down nearly 15% in 7 days. You have Cardano at 14%, XRP at 17%. Polkadot 23%. I mean, the market got absolutely slammed this week. So I know I run into a lot of people that it seems that, and that's completely okay, that OMI token is their only crypto that they invest in. So a lot of times when there is a flash crash, they think it's just the OMI token. They don't realize that the entire market is also going with it. As any other token, typically all these other alts do get pulled with Bitcoin. Of course, there's some exceptions. So a lot of time when Bitcoin takes a big hit, so will other tokens just like OMI. So that's the start of what could be, the downtrend. I'll also not going to focus on this too much, but I do want to talk a little bit about TA. I respect this girl that I actually just found on Twitter. Her name is Ebony, or her handle is LA Enterprise. And she actually has an audio under this, but she had some really good technical analysis predictions. And I'll go ahead and read what she said about OMI. And by the way, before I read this, I want you to know that she is very bullish about the OMI token. She actually just made a post today about how she used 80% of her savings to buy into OMI, assuming that it hit her the area that she wanted to buy it in. So this isn't to like cause FUD or anything like that. I don't believe, because everything she posts about is how bullish she is on OMI. But she did post this, to be fair, a couple days ago on December 2nd. She said that the reason I believe we'll see a dip in the market price of 0.0038 is because it has broke a very strong support level, 0.006. When the support levels are broken and tend to turn into resistance levels. 0.0038 is a very respected resistance level that turned into a strong support area. I still believe that December will have a bullish run, but I believe that the price will lower to the area of 0.0038 before the meteoric rise is initiated. So yeah, she basically believes that it's going to get all the way down to the 0.0038 range, which she's already not far off. She made this prediction on December 2nd when it was probably still, close to 0.006, and right now we're already in the 0.0049 range. Of course, TA is hard to use with OMI. Even though you are able to predict short term, there's just so many catalysts that can happen at any moment that could really make or break the price. But a lot of those that we're approaching is more of making the price than breaking the price, and I'll get into that in a minute. I do want to note that Ebony is not alone in her TA. I'm in several different Twitter groups, I'm in several different Discords, and Kyle Wilson, as many of you know him, he's another OG content creator for OMI and Veve, also predicted that OMI's probably going to see lows because it seems like support levels are being broken, and this could definitely make us go all the way to the 0.003 range. Now, with that being said, again, nobody's got a magic ball telling them exactly what OMI's going to do. Anything can happen and anything can be announced. As a matter of fact, we're on the catalyst of announcements. I also just want to take a look at this real quick, and Taps kind of mentioned this as well. And of course, I've already done different videos back in March, from our rise and fall right here. But we do need to keep in mind that not really on the OMI or Veve team's fault, but there has been some announcements that just have taken longer than people expected. A huge one would probably be the Immutable X integration. I mean, people were scooping up OMI left and right, knowing that we're going to be ERC20. being an ERC20 token is also going to help us get on new exchanges, which is going to be a good catalyst I'll talk about later in the video. But people buying these rumors, you know, they're getting really excited about it. And then we got announcements saying that it went from kind of being in progression to where, okay, it's just getting started. And then we simply just didn't really know. We kind of got left in the dark, and it's been a couple weeks since the AMA. I feel like a lot of people panic sold simply because of that. There's other reasons as well, as like MTL. People have been waiting on MTL for quite a while. Some people believe that it's not even going to happen, or that it's going to happen way too long from now, yada, yada, yada. So we see sort of this like FUD happening around the same time the market has a flash crash. It makes sense to me that the token's going to keep on taking that heat. It's going to keep on going down, keep on triggering sell orders. People are going to panic, they're going to FUD, and the token price is just going to keep going down to potential of those levels that we mentioned with Ebony and Kyle. So could it touch the 0.003s again? I believe it can. That doesn't mean that it will. And there's just so many things around the corner that I think that could make this be parabolic. And the reason I'm saying that is a lot of times you hear, and there's even like a fear and greed radar on Bitcoin, you know, buy the rumors, sell the news. We are still going to go to immutable. We are still transitioning to an ERC20 token. It's very likely that Q1 of next year we're going to be seen on other exchanges. Now, there's no official announcements for that, so I don't want to be spreading like false hopium, but it just makes sense. And of course, you've seen the rumors all around that once we're an ERC20 token, that we'll be able to get on other exchanges. I mean, again, I've talked about this so much in other videos, but look at our exchange list. We're on Bit4x, which I actually like, but I mean, it's still Bit4x. We're on BitMax, Gate.io, OKX, and that's it. I mean, we're on a couple of minute exchanges, and I mean, that's really all. So once we're more accessible, especially if we were to land a big platform, I mean, that's an immediate pretty big burst in growth. I mean, let's take a look at Voyager. I use this as an example when talking to somebody the other day. So Voyager was already a popular token. Of course, it's an exchange on itself. You can buy the VGX token from there and get dividends, but they ended up getting listed on Coinbase. I don't have it exactly right here, but you notice they're at 52% in the last 30 days. They had nearly a 40% increase just from the Coinbase listing. Imagine what that's going to do to the OMI token. Not saying we're going to get Coinbase right around the corner, but with any new exchanges coming out, it's really exciting news for the token. Backtracking just a bit as well, one more reason why I think that OMI recently dipped was because I don't believe that the OMI staking utility article met everyone's expectations. With that being said, this is just point 1 of the article. It's not 1.0, it's not finalized, it's simply a rough draft. And matter of fact, it's a rough draft of a rough draft. In other words, if people sold their OMI tokens simply because they weren't satisfied with the OUP article, I simply just don't understand that at all, because again, it's just a rough draft, and right now it's just speculation on how the final draft is going to look. Back to the good news and what I think is bullish. On a recent interview that Reese did with Foster Hilt, Reese mentioned that he really wanted OMI to be a third-party token, and this was also mentioned in the Twitter AMAs and spoken about a little bit. What this means is he wants OMI to be used as a metaverse token, similar to how ETH is used to purchase NFTs over OpenSea. So of course, we don't have any hardcore evidence or anything right now of anything that's in the works for that, but hypothetically, if OMI is adopted like that, that could be massive. I mean, if Disney makes their own metaverse like they've spoken about, and that token in the Disney metaverse is OMI, I mean, just think about the possibilities. And even not Disney, think about all the other licenses we have. Of course, people are going to be making their own metaverses, and I can make another video about that. But if OMI is a very used token in these metaverses, the burn rates that we'll see will be incredible, and the holders will be incredible. So the value, I think, could be exponential just based on that alone. Of course, I mentioned the exchanges several times. I think exchanges, the minute that they're listed, we're going to see a huge increase in the token. And there's also some large IPs that still need to be released on Veve that I don't think people even understand. Of course, Pokemon is, you know, a little bit speculative, I guess. I mean, we have Alfred Kahn on our team, and most of the community really knows their thoughts on it. But not even just Pokemon, but other big IPs is just going to be bringing more and more people to the app. The app has been doing phenomenal. The app, again, is the #1 NFT app in the world right now, and it's not even close. So the fact that the app is doing so good, every single drop is selling out immediately. There's secondary burns the whole time, which, by the way, the lower the token goes is really okay for long term, because at these lower prices, we actually get a higher burn rate. The higher the token goes, the less the token burns, because it costs more to burn it. So going at these prices for short periods of time while there's so much secondary market action is just incredible for the burns, and I think will add up over time. A lot of people that are holding, including myself, are long-term holders of this token, so I'm not really concerned about these short-term fluctuations. Overall, we're up 16,000% in year 1. Veve is doing amazing. There's new exchanges coming. There's new IPs being announced on the regular. And there's some major people that have either mentioned Veve or have actually bought the OMI token. Of course, Andre Jick being one of those influencers that back in March he did buy around 0.0090 and he bought $150,000 worth and he's still holding till this day. So overall, I'm extremely bullish and excited about OMI in the long term. Of course, in the short term, we have fluctuations like this. It's important to know your roots and to know why you invested in something. I personally don't check charts every day on OMI because I simply just don't day trade or swing trade OMI. I day trade and swing trade other cryptos, but not OMI because I am a long-term holder in the project. So overall, again, I'm excited about the future. I'm still holding, and if it does hit that 0.003 range again, it might not, but if it does, I'll probably end up buying more. Again, I'm bullish on the token. You have seen all my videos. You know my beliefs on it. I have never sold a single OMI till this day. I have given some away, but never sold any. So that's my thoughts overall on the token. As far as 2022 goes, I'm hoping that we're going to get some really exciting stuff, some really big news. I don't have an exact price prediction for you because that's simply not my thing. But how about this? How about you leave your price prediction down below in the comments for what you think OMI is going to be at the end of 2022, and I'll give you my thoughts on your comment. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.